Welcome back to Car Garage, everyone. Hope you're having a fantastic day. I know I am, because today I'm working on the 2000 Chevy Silverado 2500. We're doing a little restoration frame project on it, and I will get you in closer and show you what we are doing here in just a second. Before we do that, make sure to stop by the Car Garage 4-wall store. There's a link underneath this video and every video. Get your LB7 hats, shirts, hoodies, cool coffee mugs, you name it, we got it. All right, so what are we doing here with this truck? So this is my mom's truck. It's a very special truck to me. It is a Chevy Silverado, 2000 Chevy Silverado, and she's had it since 2004, I believe, and has taken absolutely immaculate care of it mechanically. This thing runs like a Swiss watch, but we are in Alaska. We live next to the ocean. They salt our roads, and inevitably, after 20-something years, rust is going to start to seep in. So I pulled the bed, and it was fairly easy. There was 8 bolts. Make sure to PB blast them, and I used a torque wrench or an impact wrench on one of the bolts and snapped it. So I switched over to just a regular ratchet and eased it out a little bit better. And so I only had to cut off one bolt, and all the rest came out willingly. So today, the big plan is we are going to pressure wash the frame, try to get all the loose metal off, get all the rubberized coating that they put on these things from the factory, which is just absolutely awful. It destroyed these trucks. If it didn't have that rubberized coating, it probably would have lasted a lot longer, and there'd be a lot more of these trucks on the road. But such is the way of things. And then after I get it power washed, to get all the loose stuff removed, get all that rubber coating removed, then I'm going to hit it with a needle scaler, get all the scale off, and then get it sanded down, find all the soft spots, see how much frame we got left, and then I got tons of stock here that we're going to use. This is actually, I found that at a campsite a couple years ago, and I figured it'd be useful. It's looks like a winch mount for like a Jeep or something, and I got some other stock that I picked up in the store. Let's go ahead and get you in a little bit closer and just show you some of the weak spots here. So right here where the water kicks up, it's definitely loose. We're gonna have to plate that. It looks pretty bad. Down in here too, we got some scale. So I can actually move that with my hands. So we'll probably have to drop this hitch and throw in some angle iron there. This is in not great shape, but I am having a difficult time sourcing a new one. So we'll clean that up best we can. Looks like we should order some new leaf spring rear mounts. We got a soft spot right here. This is actually in good shape. We'll just clean this up and paint it. See all this rubberized stuff here. This is what destroys your frame. So what happens is rocks and stuff get up in there, chip at it, and then moisture seeps in, and once that moisture seeps in and it starts to rust, then it just fries it. Also, these are open tubes, so stuff gets caught in there and it starts to rust from the inside out. We're gonna have to do something here. Brother-in-law suggested welding on some dog ears, and that should fix that. Can also get new mounts if I wanted to, and I think I actually have an extra one for another project. We're going to drop this fuel tank so we can get back in here and get all this rust and stuff out and see what's going on this area. Also, we got to cut this guy out. I have a new cross member that's going to replace this because this one's absolutely fried. You can see right here, it's cracked right there. And of course, that's pretty well toast. This front mount is solid. That's still good. Over here, it's soft, of course. Looks pretty bad. So we'll probably have to weld something up there. Both bump stops look pretty gnar. Got lots and lots of scaling. This is what we're going to get with the pressure washer, the needle scaler, and I might throw on a chipper on the air hammer and get some of this too. The bumper is crunchy and soft, so the bumper has to go. I'll have to order up a new one, replace that. I'll probably do a bumper, and we'll see about this hitch. The hitch just looks rusty, but it's probably all right. Might be able to clean that up and save it. But first time doing a frame restoration, so should be interesting. I'm gonna go ahead and put you on time lapse, get everything hooked up, and get to work. Okay, I'm not sure how much of that you got to see because I might have blasted the camera with the pressure washer, but we got quite a bit of scale off the truck. Got a little bit of a hole down there. That's where the access point for this bolt is, but it's a little thin. This way, drop the tank, we'll be able to see a little bit more of what's going on in there. So I couldn't get all of that rubber shit off. You can see there's still metal under it. So that's kind of what we're looking at. It's a little thin down here, so I think I'm going to drop the hitch, drop the bumper. This bumper has to come off anyways. Plate the bottom and maybe the side. Still thinking we're gonna have to cut the rivets, get this guy off. And I don't really want to plate the outside right here and throw off the geometry any. So I'm debating on whether or not to cut this rear support out and plate it on both sides. This is basically just there for the tire. It's not super structural. We'll see if I can find another one, or just throw some tubing, or just get a really, get a better hitch, or clean this one up, see what's left of it. So we got most of the scale off. Still got a little bit here. Hit that with a needle scaler. Right here where this cross support goes over, right in there where it's all blocked off, was packed with dirt. Took some washing to get it out of there. See a big old pile of scale. Finally washed behind here. Yeah, it's a little thin right here. And then, of course, right down here. Okay, so I got my needle scaler attachment here. Just a bunch of rods that vibrate off, or vibrate if you've never seen them. And it will get all this scale out. So I'm going to go ahead and put you on time lapse and start getting the rest of that scale off. Okay, I'm almost out of battery here, so this might be all we can do today for filming, but we're down to the metal. A little concerning. It's super thin right here. We don't have any metal. This is right here is the tow hitch, so we gotta remove this, the tow hitch, weld some metal on the bottom, and actually doesn't look as bad as I thought, so we might leave that mount for now. Do have some concerning holes here, and both of these rear supports are shot, especially on the other side. Chipped all the way through. That one didn't chip through, but I should try to find those supports there. So some of it looks better than I thought, others looks worse. But if I can patch this thing up to hold the truck over long enough, until we can do a 1-ton frame swap or body swap over to a frame. I don't know. I'm making this up as I go along. Would like to see this truck last a little bit longer, at least be on the road long enough until I can figure out the next thing I'm going to do with it. Because I think ultimately I'll probably take this truck over sooner than later. Okay. So probably gonna do some stuff off camera, and I will get back to you when the batteries are charged. I think I'll probably remove this. There's a bolt that's rusted on the bottom of here. I think there's one right here, and then the strap should come off after I disconnect all the electricals. This is pretty much empty, so it should be pretty light. And then I can get to the frame behind it. And then I can cut this thing out with the plasma torch. And then once I find these guys, I'll cut those out too. Okay, I don't know if that's going to be it for this video, or if I'm going to tie it into some others. This might be long enough as it is, so that's power washing and descaling of old rusty frame. Alright guys, thanks for watching.